My challenge has been a little bit different. So remember when we went out to the French restaurant wearing that knee strap?
Oh yeah, so how is it going?
So it's still a problem. Still.
God.
It's not actually the knee, it's the muscle above the knee.
Okay.
So I was seeing a physio. I went to the hospital several times. The problem they thought or they think was tendinitis.
Yeah.
So they just told me to rest.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for a long time. They've been saying that for you for a long time.
So yeah, exactly. I was on naproxen.
God, that's strong.
Not yet. It's strong.
That's literally what I have in my bag.
Oh, really?
That's literally
Really?
what I was gonna take if my neck didn't feel any better. I was like, I'll take the naproxen.
Wow.
That's really mad you said that. I literally have that in my bag, and that's gonna take for my neck because that's what they gave me for my back.
I can see. When I do take it, if I'm.
It is really good though.
It just the pain just
It absolutely goes.
just goes.
I know what that feeling is like because I had that a couple of weeks ago now. It just went and it was just a lifesaver. But I started seeing a chiropractor for mine because he was like, he just said to me, you take naproxen, it's a painkiller, it's not gonna
fix the problem.
It's not gonna fix it.
Did you do something?
I had a couple of near falls. I had a couple of near falls. I missed a step at the pharmacy and then I fell into the wall, but I didn't fall over. But when I missed the step, I jolted my back. And then very closely 2 weeks later, when I slipped on some water in my kitchen, I didn't fall over. I slipped and jolted it again. And then basically what they said is, from doing that, so for the back pain, I never recovered. So I never recovered from it, and then I carried on working, being at work all day, standing all day, all this, and they said basically the fact that you never recovered, then one day basically it went spasm mode and stopped. It just stopped, and that's when I woke up. And I woke up one Monday morning, and I literally couldn't walk. I was like looking at my legs. It was so funny. I was like this. I literally looked at my legs. I was like, why aren't you moving? And I was like, this is weird. I was like, literally looking at my legs, and I was like, why isn't it moving? This is very strange. And basically, he was like, yeah, he moved like this much. And I was like, that's really weird. And then he basically, so then I saw my chiropractor and I saw my doctor 2 days later, and they said exactly the same thing. So I knew they were on the same lines.
Yeah.
And they were just like, basically what happens is when you don't let your muscles, so when you don't let inflammation recover in the back, it goes into spasm mode, so it stops. So then basically what does it? Spasms to protect the spinal cord. So all my discs that were inflamed stopped, and the muscles stopped it from working. So then so it stops. Basically, it stops your spinal cord from further injury. So basically, so spasm mode is essentially your body's reaction for further damage.
Survival mode.
Yeah, it stops because it essentially stops you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can't do anything on spasm mode. You're like, can't move. I looked at my legs. I'm like, ah, shit, can't move my legs at all. I couldn't even get one leg down the stairs. I had to sit down. I just sit on the stair and put one leg like a child. And I was like, yeah, fuck me. If I just turn like 4 again somehow overnight. And then to go up the stairs, I had to crawl. I couldn't stand up to go up the stairs. I had to like put one like this.
Shit.
I walked upstairs like twice in like 2-3 days because I couldn't do it. I just sat downstairs. It was so painful. Like just going up the stairs was like the worst pain in my life. I was like, yeah, shit, this is awful. And that's when they did that. So yeah, I'm a little bit more aware of like life and pain, like how things can just come. It just came one night out of nowhere. So back to your leg. All they've given you is naproxen.
Yeah. So like what was this? So I went to the GP first. I was hoping they would refer me to a physio. It was taking too long, so I decided to see a physio myself.
What is it? Let me think if there's anything you can do.
It's...
So what? All they've given you is naproxen.
So at the time,
for pain?
At the time when I started to see the physio, physio did some tests on my knee in terms of, because I assumed it was just my knee, in terms of just moving my legs around, feeling around, wasn't feeling. Everything I fed back to her didn't allude to a knee structure problem. So she asked me to do a blood test just to make sure it wasn't like apparently there's like you could have like internal organ problems which release certain chemicals. Anyways, long story short, asked me to do a blood test. It wasn't anything in my blood. Then yeah, she couldn't really. It was a dead end from her. She asked me to do an MRI scan. I remember now.
Okay.
So I did the MRI scan. That came clear. Went back to my GP. GP then concluded, okay, it looks like it's tendonitis. We'll refer you to a physio in the big hospital, but that wasn't for like a couple of months till May, and that was back in January. So it's a long time to wait.
It didn't happen anyway.
Yeah. Then I then decided, because the pain was still going on, especially when during my sleep I would feel it. I then decided to have when you start getting paranoid, you start googling, you start seeing symptoms.
But yes, we all do a bit of googling on our. Because we got cancer straight away. So,
I just wanted to feel assured that maybe I didn't have like a blocked blood vessel or something.
Yeah, and actually sometimes I'm not gonna be harsh. Like sometimes we just need to do it, just satisfy our own.
Yeah.
And I don't always think that it's just like I feel like sometimes they can let things slip. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was a little bit afraid of that.
Like it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it happened. So I went for a, what do you call it? The scan pregnant women do.
Like an ultrasound.
Yeah. So I did that for my leg, and the guys I saw were quite friendly and helpful. They're like, no, there's nothing you can see, and I was seeing the screens as well. It's like no blockages. My muscles look fine. I just really need to rest.
So what is that pain? What is it?
I have no clue. So because of COVID, obviously, my appointment for the big hospital was in May. They had to cancel the appointment. That was cancelled. Then they called me up like a month ago. But by that time, the pain had actually really reduced.
And do you think it's because of rest? I think because you've actually had to rest.
I don't know, because I hadn't worked out from November up until maybe May.
Long time.
Which for me, like going to the gym every day, not every day, but five times a week. Yeah.
I remember you were right on it.
Yeah. It got to that sweet spot where I felt like, okay, I'll wake up, off to the gym, then straight to work. But like stopping that, anyways, so it got better. So I started to work out slowly, so I started to go for runs. Then I started to pick up on habits that worsen the pain.
And did you notice the pain come back?
Yeah. So now the pain it feels like it's coming back, and I notice it more if, for example, if I sleep in a bowl form, like if I kind of crawl.
Oh, like this position.
Like over time, I'll start feeling that pain in the middle of the night. So I have to make sure I'm sleeping like very straight.
Back.
Yes, very straight.
That's mad.
If I'm playing games, for example, if I play...
What did you play, by the way? What did you play?
PS4.
Oh.
Okay.
If you're an Xbox, I'll play you online when I'm at home.
PS4.
Okay, man. Interesting.
Well, I can't play on the couch, for example. So
really?
Yeah, because of the way I'm going to have to see. So I'll have to like bring this chair just close enough to the TV and make sure my legs are straightened, so like they're not. So yeah, so I'm trying to get another appointment to see the physio. So hopefully I get one soon.
But you can get on with like everyday activities. You just can't do strenuous activity.
So now I actually work out So
you know, you could probably do anything that's not knee orientated, which is a lot of things. Basically, got their legs.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be too hard. But the advice the physio gave me was not to do squats, for example.
Yes.
So, but I would go on a run.
Yeah, you can't do squats though. I wouldn't do squats.
Yeah, that's as far as. But I'm really feeling it. To answer your original question, like I miss it. Like I miss the sweats. I feel like physically, I don't feel like in. There was a point, right? I felt like an apex. I was just.
Oh, I think I remember this period.
Okay.
You just like felt like you were like Iron Man.
Yeah, I
think I remember this.
I missed that.
Because you could do absolutely everything and you had it all in the control in one day.
Yeah.
And
I don't feel that now. I feel physically a little bit sluggish. And I'm trying to work out in my head if I should stop my. I'm not going to go to the gym, but if I can do like a 5-day routine at home, or should I cut it down to 3 and maybe do 2 days of Pilates on the Tuesday and Thursday, just kind of wind down.
Yeah, that sounds probably
Better.
yeah.